Remember the day. Remember the day that I borrowed your new car and dented it? I thought you would kill me, but you didn't. Remember the day that I dragged you to the beach and you said it would rain, and it did. And I thought you'd say, "I told you so," but you didn't. Remember the time that I flirted with all the guys and made you jealous? And I thought you would leave me, but you didn't. There are a lot of things that you didn't do. You put up with me, loved me, and protected me. There were a lot of things that I wanted to make up to you when you came home from Iraq, but you didn't. Every time I read this, I cry. Trying to not cry now. I am a supporter of the troops, but not of war, not of hatred, not of ignorance, which in recent years have become very hard because of things that have went on. I show my support in different ways than other people may. I have a support the troops ribbons on my window. They're the sticky things. I have a 9/11 sticker on my car. I wear a wristband that says "Proud to be an American" and supporting those who serve. I have a tattoo on my back of a yellow ribbon to support the troops that risk their lives every day for me, and they don't even know my name. We have terrorism in our own backyards. We have people who have to decide between feeding their families and the medication that will keep them alive long enough to see their children grow up, get married, and have their own kids. We have people committing suicide because they've lost their jobs. They have men and women who feel like they have to deal drugs just to make enough money to feed their children. It used to be a hand up when people got welfare and that. Now it's turned into a handout. The people who are on unemployment, some of them have been there for years. They're not looking for jobs. But there's a man with a sick wife, 2 kids to take care of, who loses his job because of our recession and has to choose between his wife's life, his children, or a paycheck that isn't even enough to cover her medical bills. How do you explain to your children that Mommy's not going to make it because I can't float the bill? There was a commercial that I saw online, I believe, and I cried. I'm a weak human being for it, but I cried. It was of these 2 little girls, and they're talking about what they do with their mom. And she's teaching them to make cookies and all this, and they're getting ready for bed, and it's Christmas, and the little girl kisses her sister and goes, "Kiss for you." And she goes to kiss her a second time, and her mother's standing behind her in a military uniform. I believe it was an army uniform. And it said, "A kiss for Mommy." and the girls turn and they see their mom. And it's just, you realize that's real. You realize that that's the truth. That they said that the troops would be home by the end of the year. That they'd actually get to see their families for the holidays. And that they'd be able to bring in the new year with their children. And that means so much. That in such a short amount of time, that mothers and fathers and uncles and aunts and kids will get to see their parents. Children who were born while their parents or their dads were overseas will get to see their dads for the first time. Those fathers will get to hold their babies. They haven't been able to see except through a screen, through pictures in the mail. I don't support the war. I can't. It's taken too many people away from their families, distorted anger, created hatred for races that have done nothing wrong, put blame on an entire race for what a few people do. Hatred breeds hatred. You kill innocent people and you wonder why they kill us. It's not an eye for an eye. This ain't the old days. I want our troops to come home. All of them. From Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, all of them. Korea. My cousin is on his 5th tour, I believe. My friend Matt is serving right now. I have friends going into basic within the next year, and I have a couple who are in basic right now. Do not tell me that I don't know what it's like to know somebody in the military. To not know how much it hurts to not know if they're going to come home alive. I can sit here in front of a screen and say this to you, but until you realize it yourself, this message means nothing. I just want our troops home. That's all I want for Christmas.